We like to stay connected with community events, of course, because we are right here in the state capitol. And right now we're joined by Ken Fletcher, the Delta Township Supervisor, who has an upcoming event he wants to tell us about. Good morning, Ken.
Hey, good morning, Michael Patrick. How are you doing this morning?
Has it really been a year since I was with you at the Delta Township Community Awards?
It sure has.
Wow.
The whole year has gone by fast, and I have to say, Michael Patrick, you depressed me a little bit when you were talking about today being the last day of summer. It seems like the summer flew by so quickly.
It really did. But take heart, it was one of the best summers weather-wise in the history of the state of Michigan.
That's true, and now we're getting all geared up and excited about our fall Delta Awards reception that we do each year.
And what is the date and where it is it, and who can attend, and what will happen there?
Okay. It's our annual celebration of all things Delta. We like to honor businesses and residents and community leaders and just help build a sense of community about why Delta is such a great place to live, work, and play. Well, our annual awards reception takes place on October 20th of this year, and it runs from 5:30 to 8 p.m., and it will be at the Lexington Hotel on Kreitz Road. And it just is a real nice event for people to come together, have a chance to socialize together, and then we hand out awards for people who have done great things throughout the year in Delta.
We will not be revealing the awards ahead of time, will we, or will we?
We'll announce the winners at the event.
Okay, good.
We have 4 awards that we give out. We name a Citizen of the Year, and we also do a Young Person of the Year that goes to a high school senior, and that award comes with a $2,000 scholarship for college. Then we have a Community Enhancement Award. That's a business or an individual that has improved a building in Delta Township significantly that greatly has improved our community. And then we have our 4th award is the Business Partnership Award, and that goes to a business or a community group that works in the community to do good things and to get people or their employees or their members of their club to volunteer and to help give a little bit back to the community. So we honor those things. And then each year we also have we honor a special group of people as the Pride of Delta, and this year we're going to have a salute to those who have served in the military. So we're looking forward to honoring all those who have served time to keep us all safe and to keep us free and to recognize their contributions to keeping everybody safe.
All right, that'll be terrific. It's the Delta Township Community Awards on October 20th at the Lexington Hotel, 5:30, I think, as you said, when it started, right?
Yes, 5:30, and if anybody would like to nominate anybody for those awards that I mentioned, they can just go to our website, deltami.gov, www.deltami.gov. There's forms on there, and if they could get those in by the end of the month, that would be great.
All right, Mr. Fletcher, thank you very much for letting us know about that special event. A lady who's very involved as well, Katrine Medawar from Medawar Jewelers. Good morning, sister.
Good morning, Michael. How are you?
Good. I didn't realize I would get a return engagement as the MC of those Delta Township Awards. I mean, you roped me into it last year, and we all had a great time, and then the invitation came again.
Well, you did such a wonderful job that everybody wanted you back, including your sister, of course.
In other words, you couldn't find anyone else to do it, huh?
That is so not true. We really liked you. You did a great job, and we're so grateful that you've agreed to do it again this year.
Well, thank you very much. And as people know, you have a store in West Lansing there near the Lansing Mall, and you have a store in Okemos, too. So you are spread all across the greater Lansing metropolitan area, but Delta Township is close to your heart because you live in that area, don't you?
Absolutely. We all live and work and have been here for over 30 years, Michael. And Delta Township is such a great place to live and work that I'm excited about this gathering on October 20th. I'm sure Ken has explained more about it, but we're celebrating the military this year, people who serve in the military who live in Delta Township. It's a wonderful thing.
All right. And what is a girl's best friend?
My brother and diamonds.
Nice answer. Thank you very much. We'll see you soon, sister.
Okay, bye-bye.
Love you. Katrine Medawar from Medawar Jewelers at 27 minutes after the hour. Speaking of giving away awards, Marcia Zimmerman is here from Dart Development, one of Michigan's leading companies. She's right here in our Gillespie Group studio. Every month, they draw attention to other Michigan businesses who contribute to our economy with an honoree, the Dart Development Difference Maker, and she is here to introduce us to this month's winner. Nice to see you.
It's nice to see you again.
Here on the Michigan Business Wrap, your debut performance.
It is. I'm very nervous.
You don't look nervous at all.
No, you're a scary girl.
You look blonde.
It's very scary.
Who are you bringing to us?
Well, today we have Capital Gains Media here with us, and I have Subin, the editor with Capital Gains, here to talk a little bit about their online publication. I'll turn it over to you, Subin.
Subin Noor Cooley, the Dart Development Difference Maker, managing editor of Capital Gains. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Did the nomination and award come as a big surprise?
Yeah, it certainly did. We were very excited and surprised, and we're happy, and obviously I'm nervous too, so...
No, you're not. What could you possibly be nervous about? By the way, we're not going to rush you out of your reign this month as the Dart Development Difference Maker, but if you want to nominate someone to be a Dart Development Difference Maker, go to dartdevelopment.com. Anybody listening right now, you know of a business that's making a difference, that's right there. It doesn't cost anything. You just mention the business and a couple of things about them, and they might be next month's Dart Development Difference Maker. Can you nominate yourself, Marcia Zimmerman, I guess, your own company?
Yes, you can nominate yourself. We've had quite a few companies actually submit online through dartdevelopment.com, and we look forward to having many more come our way. It's exciting to see the number of businesses out there that are growing and expanding or changing the way they do business and just finding a new way to make it through this difficult time.
Why did you pick Capital Gains?
Capital Gains Media is just a wonderful online publication. Their feature stories are always about something new, something different. Success stories going on in the region. You find articles there that you're not seeing in traditional news publications.
Mm-hmm. Terrific. It's at capitalgainsmedia.com is the web address, right?
That's correct.
So if you're poking around online right now in your office, listening on the radio or online, or maybe connected through our Facebook, you can go to capitalgainsmedia.com.
It's actually Lansing Capital Gains Media on Facebook.
Lansing. So. Oh, on Facebook.
Yes,
okay, but
we're
you
on
also have a
Facebook
web
too.
address too.
Sure.
Of
Yep.
course, everyone's on the Facebook, right?
Yes, we're definitely on Facebook, and we're on Twitter too.
Now, as I understand it, I want to turn it over to the panel for questions about
Sure.
business and success stories, and these are all success stories that you're looking at right here, because number one, we're survivors. We've made it through, apparently, the recession and beginning to thrive again, we hope. But you've lived all over the world, as I understand it, on 4 different continents,
That's correct.
and you choose to live in Lansing, Michigan.
I do. We
You-
actually bought a home about 2 years ago, and I have a little baby now, and
Yeah.
I admittedly, personally love the Lansing area, so
Where were you born?
Switzerland.
What is the most exotic place in which you've lived?
Kenya, Africa. So,
Which place would you never want to live again?
ooh.
That's
I don't
my
think
slider.
anywhere I don't. Yeah, I know. I don't think there's anywhere I haven't really enjoyed, to
All
be
right,
honest.
that's good to know.
Okay.
Which are the 4? North America,
North
Africa?
Africa, Australia, and Europe.
Wow, that's pretty good traveling. Well, welcome.
Wow, that's quite a few time zones.
Michigan,
Wow.
I'd say so,
Quite a few
too.
time zone.
And George, they sell cars in all of those places,
And sometimes they actually drive on the wrong side of the road, too.
depending
Yeah.
on how you look at it.
You'd be happy though, because Ford's a great seller in Australia. We love Ford.
What do you think that the business people like the ones we're with here today, Mary Stucco and Scott Farragon and with George Volman, of course, and our man here, Craig Godfrey, what do they all have in common to be so entrepreneurial?
You know, when you look at an entrepreneur, you look at someone who initially took a risk by investing in a business, and there's drive. I mean, drive and commitment. So investment, drive, and commitment generally tends to be the core essentials for someone to succeed, I think.
Anybody want to add anything to that?
Well, the driving commitment, and it's a continuous driving commitment because you don't pull your capital out. I mean,
Right.
you're always reinvesting. And it is in that reinvesting that you basically do the thing that small businesses do the best, which is create jobs. And we create jobs as a function of someone adding value to our process that through the throughput will eventually ring the cash register. That's the reason why we hire people. And once people understand that conceptually, then all of the inefficiencies are driven out through that process, or at least that's how we see it.
You know, George, from a planning perspective, small businesses are a huge driving force in the economy, and I think it's often overlooked. But I think Lansing especially has a strength in small business, and entrepreneurial spirit, I guess.
Scott Farragon, how do you decide what to pay yourself? Do you get a paycheck every 2 weeks?
I don't get a paycheck per se because of the way that the way my business is set up. It's set up as an LLC, so I can't necessarily draw a salary. I do pay myself. Every couple of weeks, but it isn't taken out of the expense, and it's what's left over, and hopefully there's more left over to reinvest into the business, like what George said, and that's how I pay myself.
So how about it, Craig Godfrey? You're a CPA. Do you pay yourself? Do small business owners, how do they decide what to pay themselves?
Well, and Scott, to continue on what Scott was saying, and we're set up, our firm, the same way as a limited liability company, and as partners, you have what's called draws, and so it's similar to a paycheck, but those draws really don't have, any withholding taxes taken out of them, so it's a little bit different. You got to plan a little bit different for your income taxes when you do that, but. Depending on the size of the business, I think I read this somewhere, I can't remember where, but the larger the business, the more concerned the top executives are about getting their paycheck and maybe a little bit less concerned about the company, which I found really interesting, where the smaller business is if there's not enough money, the owner can't take a paycheck. So it's like, you are on the line, and so you have to continue to make that business profitable so you get paid.
Exactly. You have to watch all of the costs and everything because the margins are what they are, especially when you're a small business, and you tend to overspend on a couple of items, and at the end of the month, they're a lot tighter.
That's right.
He's Scott Farragon. Our expert panel here is Mary Stucco from Farm Bureau Insurance. Scott is from Cartridge Road. George Roman from Bowman Ford. And Craig Godfrey from Godfrey Weisberg, CPAs and Advisors. We are brought to you this morning by Dart Development. You can go to dartdevelopment.com to nominate the next Dart Development difference maker. Marcia Zimmerman is here, and we are also with Subin Nurakuli, the managing editor of Capital Gains. And when we come back, we'll go live to the coffee house for questions, too. Join us at spotlightmm.com, and more simply, stay tuned.